What's up, everybody? Greetings from beautiful San Diego, California. I was home last night, right up there on the 5th floor. I got in yesterday just before sunset, checked in, and quickly ran over to a place called Sunset, I think it was Sunset Bluffs, Natural Park or something. Got some lovely pictures and stuff. I had a little mini celebration that I could now check off riding a motorcycle across the entirety of the United States. So it was pretty cool. And now I'm gonna just head up the Pacific Coast Highway. I'm only a couple hours, I think, from LA, but I don't really want to get there just yet. I think I'm gonna head there tomorrow. Today's Saturday. I'm gonna head to Anaheim tomorrow, and do Disney on Monday and Tuesday, I think. Yeah, that's sort of what's going on in my world right now. Looking forward to heading up the California coast. I'm thinking about maybe trying to find a campsite tonight. I called around to a few places. Most of them have been booked. One was like, oh, we just had one cancellation. You can first come, first serve to come get it. And, so, I mean, the weather's gorgeous. This time of year, I think, is a prime for that. And being a weekend, I don't have super high hopes for that. I would love to camp somewhere overlooking the beach or something. They have what looked like some pretty awesome campsites around here. But that may have to wait until next week. But we'll see. So for now, I'm just going to head north of the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway, and just see what happens. What's up, everybody? Welcome to really beautiful Carlsbad, California, on the Pacific Coast Highway here. Not too shabby. Man, I had a fantastic night last night. I ended up scoring a campsite at South Carlsbad State Beach, I think it was. Here, I'll show you. Check this out. Camping tonight. Not the worst campsite I've ever had. Amazing. So yeah, I scored the last campsite that was available. They'd had a cancellation, and I just got lucky. And I got extra lucky that it happened to be one of the sites overlooking the beach. It was the most I ever paid for a campsite. It was $50, but I mean, the view was like staggering, and it was just gorgeous, so totally worth it. And that was $50 without electricity and without water. It was like essentially it was a primitive campsite for $50. Totally worth it, of course, and cheaper than any hotel, and certainly cheaper than any hotel that would have a view like that. So but I'll tell you what really made it great was not so much the view or the campsite or the perfect weather or the sound of the ocean lulling me to sleep all night. I got there and got kind of set up and was just sort of lounging around my site. And I actually had quite a few people while I was there. I mean, it happens all the time. People come up and ask about the bike and ask about the trip, and a lot of people, catch a glimpse of my Florida license plate, and they're, did you ride that thing from here, from there, whatever. But I had one guy come up, this guy named Jim. Hey, Bubby, doggy. So we got to talking, really nice guy. We're talking about motorcycles and stuff, and this and that and the other. And then, that was that. Maybe, 15, 20 minutes later, another guy comes walking up, and he's like, hey, man, how's it going? Nice bike, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling him a little bit about the trip, and he's like, you got to come have a beer with us. So his site was like 2 sites down from mine. I go over there, man, and there's like 15, 20 people hanging out, young, old, you know, the whole spectrum. It looked like a giant family, which turns out that's kind of what it was. It's a group of like 3 families and some friends and stuff, and there were grandparents and grandkids. There were people there from Minnesota, people from California. There was a guy there from Croatia. I mean, it was just amazing. The nicest people in the world. Later on, it turned out that Jim was a member of that group as well. So, hung out with them for a little bit, ran back out, got lunch, and kind of just lounged for a little bit at my site, playing some ukulele and stuff, and just kind of chilling. And then I went back over there in the evening and hung out with them, and ended up hanging out with them from, I don't know, before sunset until, you know, kind of late. Not late, but, you know, I don't know, 10 o'clock or so. And just had a blast. It was so great to be around a group of people. It was great to be around a family. They reminded me a lot of my family. They were just having fun. They were wacky. Everybody was just, it was fantastic. So, yeah, so last night was just a phenomenal night on all accounts. And today, things are also going to be pretty awesome, I do believe. I'm headed to Disneyland. Woohoo! And I'm extremely excited about it. I've booked a hotel right around the corner from the parks for the next 3 nights. So I'm also kind of looking forward to kind of moving in and sort of being stationary for a few days. I'm sure by the end of it I'll be ready to hit the road again, but I'm kind of looking forward to just you know, having a base of operations for a few days. So yeah, that's where we stand right now. It's about 9:30 a.m. I woke up early this morning, 6:30 or 7. I don't know. It's gorgeous outside. The waves and everything is just, you know, amazing. So it feels really good to be near the ocean again. You know, being able to smell it, I can kind of feel it in the air and stuff, and it kind of reminds me of home, and I am enjoying it. It's nice to be down at sea level too, nice and warm. Look at that thing. That's pretty cool. So, oh, by the way, yeah, also, you guys know I love dogs, and the group that I was hanging out with last night, man, there were like 5 dogs running around. They all had like dogs, and it was great. I was playing with them half the time. It was just a good night. Replenished my chi completely. So things are very great, and having a good time. So yeah, we'll see where we get today. Well, I know where we're gonna get today, barring anything crazy. We are going to Disneyland. All right, everybody. I'll check in a little bit. I gotta be careful not to speed. The speed limits on this road a lot of the time are 35 miles an hour. So yeah.